All right, coming up next is the UFC Heavyweight Showdown. All right, so here he is, one of the best boxers on this UFC roster, and if this fight was to be contested under the Marquess of Queensberry rules, it would be no contest, but we got an MMA fight here tonight.
We would be talking about a one-round fight because there are no fighters in the UFC that can compete with this guy in that one form of combat. Such a great jab, the head movement. It's never on a line. He's constantly going left to right, right to left. It's like a triangle. He's moving. You can never see a stationary target in his approach. And what I truly love about him is his ability to really dig that left body shot to try and find the liver to end fights. We don't see knockouts like that very often. This man has done this a number of times in the UFC.
The sweet science. Some people think boxing is simple. It is anything but. This fighter has certainly mastered it. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, the inimitable Khabib Nurmagomedov, and this guy makes his way to the octagon, DC. You run out of time setting up everything he's accomplished, but he always puts that status as an undefeated fighter and UFC champion on the line. He will do so again here tonight.
The moment he walked in the AKA, you understood that there was something special about Nurmagomedov. He was a guy that was always listening, although he spoke no English. He was always listening and paying attention to try to learn and how to improve himself. And the moment he stepped foot in the gym, he was just open to each and every lesson, and now it's showing over the course of his UFC career. He was undefeated going into the UFC, and he has only built on that and become a champion, one of the most well-rounded fighters in all of the UFC.
You know, your college wrestling teammates have told me when you showed up at Oklahoma State, you didn't speak English either.
No, I didn't. It was all Southern Creole accent. It was all, hey, my boy.
Right. Well, your English is now very proper, and so is Khabib's, and he's back on the proving ground here tonight, again, trying to prove himself as one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters on this UFC roster.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 206 pounds. Fighting out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Razor. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
Ready.
All right, so here we are, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. It's crazy to think that not all that long ago, mixed martial arts was not regulated in New York. When that legislation came down, the UFC became strong, and we've been omnipresent ever since.
John, we kicked the door in.
Yes.
If you're gonna say you're welcome in MSG, the UFC is coming. And every time we have gone there, we have brought phenomenal fight cards in some of the biggest moments in UFC history.
Now, if the Knicks could just get their act together.
Knicks will never get their act together, and I'm okay with it.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land, DC. Well, he told us on Thursday you don't get paid to fight 15 minutes. To that end, early takedown is there.
His ideal fight is a grind as ugly as he can make it. It's better for him. And with this early takedown, he ensures that he can start to wear the gas pedals for a long time.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him,
know when to fold him. Yep, absolutely. Oh!
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions. They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position.
26 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Big punch land.
Single collar tie now.
Way to sneak that elbow around the side of the guard.
Timing his shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very active. Over and over, he's landed these big body kicks.
All right, single collar tie now. Right hand on the counter is true. And he landed the right hand there.
Nice kick.
Under 2 minutes to go now in our opening round. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Just misses there with the left. All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James Toney. Always seeing things coming at him. He's such a great defensive fighter.
Oh, that's a good strike there by Nurmagomedov. Well, you saw us reference in the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab. Bleeding from his cheek now. Nurmagomedov's shot there is blocked. And that left hook landed on the button.
More strikes to the head.
Oh, a nice punch out of the break there after he had caught the leg. So he is really starting to put it all together now and clearly seems to have found the timing of his opponent.
Beautiful strike.
Oh, big elbow. Nice sprawl there as he stuffs another takedown. So that was a big priority coming in, and the takedown defense has absolutely held up to him.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job of understanding the threat of the takedown. He's recognized it, he's defended it before it's even gotten started.
Oh, look at that jab, snapped his head back.
His jab gets to the target so fast, and he always brings his hands right back to his face.
Trying to go to the body now with the kick, that one misses.
Nice strike.
He's looking for that left hand, not there. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in that.
And it's not always going to be. We have two very talented fighters. Sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block a shot that's incoming.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Oh, nice land there by Nurmagomedov. When he made his UFC debut in 2012, he wasn't striking like that.
No, he did not look like this. That's a credit to his coaches, not only at the American Kickboxing Academy, but at Eagles MMA over in Dagestan.
Whiffs on the straight right hand. Oh, elbow up top by Nurmagomedov. All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're gonna have to put something on your opponent that's gonna really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight.
Oh, eats a knee. Effective punch there by Nurmagomedov. And he comes through with a big knee.
He hurt him. Oh.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Right punches there. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank.
And they separate.
Ooh, what a punch.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Takedown defense holds up. Both fighters here continuing to try to get a more dominant position in the clinch, getting fatigued in the process, I would think.
It's very taxing to be chest to chest, a position we call 50-50 because nobody has the advantage. Who's gonna be the one to find that one little area that they can expose to give them the slightest advantage?
Just a slip there. Got the single collar tie. Really timing his shots nicely. Good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two.
When you're in the clinch, you can pull down on the head and land beautiful punches to the head. One takedown is easy to defend. When you start stringing them together is when guys struggle.
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Oh, the cut on that cheek is only getting worse. His face is a mess. Back to the feet now.
Slicing elbow lands from the clinch.
Nurmagomedov gets caught with that punch. And now he's got that tie clinch. Ooh.
Oh, big elbow.
Oh, and he continues to stuff these takedown attempts. Muay Thai plump. That's a pretty good right hand there by your teammate, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You're so worried about the wrestling that when the hands come, you're not expecting it. Khabib lands early and he lands off.
Well, he has certainly kept the punch counters busy tonight. He's landed a ton of significant strikes and clearly is winning this fight tonight.
He's winning this fight going away, and it's one of those rare instances where everything comes together.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Caught that kick there.
That uppercut will work.
Oh, big stick up top. That's another one. Can't take many of those. You better check.
Just out of range with the big right hand. Oh, nice jab there. He told us on Thursday he wanted to break this dude's nose. That is certainly a step in the right direction.
Mission accomplished. You are battering that nose.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
All right, so back-to-back entertaining rounds. We'll see how it goes in this round. We'll see which corner sort of maximize those 60 seconds on the stage.
This is what happens. It's very skilled, very cleanly snatched fighters coming together. Nobody has really taken a lead in this fight. Let's see who does it.
Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great timing to land that punch.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Man, that cut is only getting worse. Canvas cleanup guy's gonna be busy. Sound defensively here as he stays upright. Double leg takedown, no good. All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. And he's back up. Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC. Oh, single collar tie here. Straight to the body there by Nurmagomedov. All right, so no surprise. Once again, we find ourselves here in this clinch situation. We'll see who can advance.
Who's going to be the person to dictate the pressure? Who's going to control the engagement from this 50-50 position?
Ooh. And they separate.
Good body. Slicing elbow lands from the clinch.
Lands a nice straight punch there. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
What do you follow up a great punch like this with? I'm excited to see what happens.
Goes upstairs for an elbow. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right.
Man, he's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, big left. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Driving the back of the head, pulling forward on the head, and landing those beautiful.
Wow!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Oh, man, that left side is getting beat up now. Look at the redness there.
Left hand punch to the clinch.
Some nice back and forth action here. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he gonna do to follow up?
I mean, he hasn't thrown one leg kick this whole time.
Oh, tags him with the left.
That left hand has been really effective tonight.
He's got to start kicking the body, kicking the head. He's just got to start kicking.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
That was a nice strike.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, great head movement there, slips his head off the center line, and defensively, that's exactly what you're looking for.
It's almost like he can telegraph when the punch is coming, and when he sees it, he just makes a slight little movement, right or left, to get out of the way and avoid those shots.
Well, no surprises, he connects once again, and that looked like it landed right on that cut.
Right on the cut, and he's targeting it, right? He's looking, you can see him almost putting a laser beam on that cut and just putting his hands on it. It doesn't take much, just keep making it split, showing his opponent that he has no mercy.
Oh, you gotta like the output here. So aggressive with the strikes. He continues to light him up. Gotta be careful here not to gas out, of course, but you gotta like the offense we're seeing from him, especially in this round.
Nice punch lands over the top.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Oh, a little single collar tie there. Out of range with that one. Oh, nice switch kick. Lands that elbow on the inside. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Take a seat, bud. Breathe. Slow that heart rate down. The cut is not a big deal. You're fine.
All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back-and-forth action in the previous frame.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters. I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in this fight.
So there it is, DC, the fighter with the longer reach, able to counter flush with a straight punch. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down. And an immediate transition to the judo throw right into side control.
He's in side control. He's got a ton of options.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, man, that cut looks terrible. He's bleeding like crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop the fight with that cut at some point. Lands the grounded pound strike here. Nurmagomedov gets back up. No surprise there.
Ooh, what a punch.
Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand. Slips the left hand. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Oh, high-level takedown defense there. He continues to stuff every takedown attempt throughout this round. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Side control now. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just out.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. He needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish. Watch his chest.
And this might just be a matter of time. Chokes him to sleep with the arm triangle. Again, pick your poison on the ground with this guy.
All that pressure on the side of your neck. I don't know the artery, John. I'm pretty sure you might. You get all that pressure on that artery, and it puts you to sleep. What is it?
I think it's the carotid artery, and a lot of fighters say they've got a pretty good feel for it. He certainly did there.
That's why you got to have friends that are like encyclopedias. John Annett's my encyclopedia.
I got it. Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 45 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle choke, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised, and the